Everybody enters the world as an innocent soul, not knowing what's going to come, not knowing that they've entered a place that's decided who they're going to be. Everybody enters the world as people with beautiful and different personalities defining them, only to have it concealed with the thought of it being queer or abnormal, or the thought of not fitting in. In a constantly changing world, people often find themselves losing their identities with the prospect of being termed normal and the thought of fitting in. It's like you have to try to be yourself. It's like you have to try and relax, try to be comfortable when your actual self is hidden deep down. Society in itself is to blame, and I myself struggle. Society sets certain standards, certain behaviors that everyone has to follow. It's like they give you roles and you blindly play them in a movie that's sickeningly scary. A movie where everyone desperately tries and tries and tries to fit the norm until they're sick and tired of trying. And that's when it hits. Denial, protest, dissent, and intolerance in society. When you don't try anymore and you are yourself. The key to a society, to a world filled with no hatred, no disagreements, no abhorrence, is acceptance. Yet, people simply forget about this and prefer animosity. When we enter the world, our brains are empty. Our brains are free from society's norms, from society's set standards. Whatever we see, we accept. Yet, as we grow up, the term acceptance, accepting, accept becomes foreign until all we do is question and repulse in the thought of it. I stand guilty of this. The term acceptance has simply vanished from my brain. All I do is sneer at what I don't understand, and what I don't understand is what society has deemed as unusual or abnormal. I find it weird or not usual if my friends decide to change up their styles, absolutely diminishing their confidence and helping them cover up more of their personalities. What kind of a friend am I, let alone a person? What's happening to me? Have I covered up my personality this much to also cover up basic manners and kindness? With accepting nowhere near my capabilities, I've enabled a world where hate and disgust are keystones. I've enabled a world where there is no room for change. I go home and just rethink everything. I rethink what I thought I knew, what I thought I saw. I want to go back to when we first came into the world. The innocence of it all, I want it back. My personality, I want it back. Myself, I want myself back. Somehow, I lost it all on the way. I want to change, a change to get myself back, a change in the way we think, a change in society to get rid of the norm that confines each of us, the norm that reforms our personalities into ones we don't even recognize anymore. I want a change that will bring upon a revelation, that will open our minds in a new mindset, that everyone is different. Not one single person is the same. And that these qualities, the little things that make us different, that's the norm. The rare styles people have, that's the norm. The uncommon skin types and colors, that's the norm. The different ways people feel, that's the norm. And we have to accept that. We have to accept that no one is lesser than we are. No one is queer, no one is abnormal. That no one should be labeled as an outcast just because they do things in a different way. That people vary in habits, vary in likes and dislikes, and we have to accept that that's just how it is. Only then can we live in a world without animosity, but a world filled with tenderness, compassion, delight, sentiment, appreciation, and love. Only then can we let go of the hate. Only then can I accept that my friends are free to change up their styles whenever they want to. Only then can we let go of society's set standards. Only then can we enable a world where acceptance is the keystone. Only then can I accept that I am not greater than anyone, but simply different. It's difficult to let go of what society has deemed as normal, to unleash that personality that you've been covering up for so long, to open your heart and to teach your mind on how to understand. It's hard. It will be hard, but freedom, creativity, and acceptance will change the world faster than politics. Learning how to accept brings something entirely new to the table. Peace. That peace, like a subtle energy vibration that causes ripples in the ocean, but in another part of the world becomes waves. In a world that's constantly evolving, we must learn how to accept, to enable a positive change that can push us further in the field of discoveries, in the field of love, to enable a world that's united and not divided, to enable a world where people can openly be themselves without the fear of not fitting in, to enable a world where all races and all genders can be appreciated for themselves, to enable a world that shuts out hate and disgust, and finally, to enable a world whose keystone is acceptance. Thank you.